Hey guys, in this tutorial we're going to learn how to import one world into another. I know that sounds crazy, but we're going to pull it off. This is the first world as our example. It's just a quick tutorial my friend made. And the whole idea is after this whole classroom scene, it's going to pan across the students, and one of them will think to themselves, what can I do using Alice? And that's where the second world would come in. Yeah, here we go with the second world. This is a scene from the game Jack 2 that I recreated using Alice. And we're just going to let it play through.
Eco-injection cycle complete. Bio readings nominal and unchanged.
Nothing. I was informed that this one might be different.
He is surprisingly resistant to your experiments, Baron Praxis. I fear the Dark Warrior program has failed.
You should at least be dead with all the dark eco.
Okay, great. So that's the scene, that entire scene we're going to import with all the methods, except for the sound. The sound doesn't import, but we'll have to re-import it separately. So here we go. So what you're going to do is minimize all the instructions and drag it to the clipboard. And we're going to create a new method and go up to the clipboard and drag all the methods from the clipboard into the new method. Now we're going to delete the camera. It's going to tell you not to, but just ignore it. Right now, you have all the camera commands. When you delete the camera, it's going to say none. Yeah, remove all references, and hit OK, and yes. And then we're going to delete the light, and say yes. And then we're also going to delete the ground. Cool. And then now we're going to rename the world World 2. And cool, now we're going to save. We're going to save this as a different file name. Just save it, you know, whatever you want. And cool. Now we're going to go into our file and find this file that we just saved. And yeah, let's give it a second here. Alright, great. Now we're going to change the file type of this file to an A2C file, which means it's going to be an object file, not a world file. So we're basically tricking the program into thinking this world is just an object. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure you guys know how to change the file format, and hopefully what you're seeing here makes sense in terms of changing that file format. Like, it's as simple as copying and pasting and renaming the file type. Alright, cool. Now we're going to want to open the first world that we saw earlier, and this is going to be the world that we're importing the stuff into. We'll let this load up. Cool, here we go. Now we're going to import that A2C file that we just saved, and pretty much import a ton of objects at once. And there it is in the world 2 object. It's inside, it contains all the objects from the previous world. They're all here. And now what we're going to do is pull each object out of this world 2 object. we're gonna just one by one drag and drop out of World 2, and it's a very tedious process. And so tedious that we're gonna have to kind of speed it up because it takes a while. So depending on how many objects you have in the world you're importing, just be patient and you can get it all. All right, cool. So now that we've gotten all the objects out, we can delete World 2 because we don't need it anymore, and it's gonna bring up this window again. Just remove all references and click OK, and now you have all the objects from your previous world in this world. It's all there, and yeah, make sure, just really quick, make sure all the vehicles are set to world. And yeah. Oh yes, also never mind. Okay, great. And so now back in this torture platform object that we took from before from the other world, deleting the camera in the other world, like I said earlier, made all of the camera commands turn to none. So what you want to do is just click the none commands and change it to camera. And we just sped it up for you. It's a little, all these things are tedious things, but now we're gonna import the sound since it didn't import from before. Okay, and so we're going to take everything from the second world, all those methods and camera movements, and we're going to paste it after everything that happens in this world initially, after the whole classroom scene. Yeah, just place the torture platform, the whole scene, after everything that happens in this scene, and this is what it looks like. I'll just speed it up for you. And then the camera's going to shift over to my world. And that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching.